Hey everyone, back again with another video. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Magneto from the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. And when they first announced this wave, and before we even got pictures of the wave, where they had the list of the figures, I for some reason thought we were going to get the Marvel Now Magneto, in particular the black costume, because that was one of my favorite looks of Magneto, and just for some reason I just thought we were going to get that look. But people speculated we were going to get the classic Magneto, but then at Toy Fair, when they revealed this Magneto, it came as a shock. But I actually like this costume, and some people are not really familiar with this costume. He started wearing this costume in Volume 4 of Uncanny X-Men. That's the volume where Magneto was leading a team of X-Men, himself, Psylocke, Sabretooth, Mystique, Phantom X, and Archangel. And I think there were some other people, but that was the core of the team. That run didn't last very long. That run lasted for maybe 12 months before it was canceled, and then we got X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, etc. So this is the costume he's wearing there. He's also wearing this currently, I believe, in X-Men Blue. That's the book that consists of the time displaced X-Men. And I guess he's like playing the Professor X role. I haven't read that comic. I don't plan on reading it because I don't like the 05 being in the present, and it doesn't make any sense because, I mean, I haven't read it, so maybe it might make sense. Maybe you can leave something in the comments, but the 05, the time that they came, Magneto was still their enemy, so why would he be leading the team, even though presently Magneto is an anti-hero? But I don't know what Marvel is doing now. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get to the figure. Typical articulation, double jointed knees, ankle pivot, double, I won't say necessarily double jointed elbows. I'm trying to figure out which body this figure is. I think it's probably from the Walmart exclusive Pink Panther, aka Black Panther. That's what it looks like, because it has the butterfly joints, or is it the butterfly joints, or I don't necessarily know. I think it is that same body. The cape itself is not glued, so if you take the mask off or the helmet off, you can't take the cape off. There is a peg hole. You can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a peg hole so to help keep it in place or whatever. The paint is good. I actually like this costume. I mean, I always like the OG costume, the original costume, the classic costume, but this costume is actually a good costume. I mean, pretty much every Magneto costume we've gotten has been a good costume. Hands, I misplaced. Well, I didn't misplace. I just don't feel like getting them. He has two normal hands, fist, you know, and then he has these purple thingies, I guess, that display his magnetism and stuff like that. I don't really care for the material, but he has that, so you can put them on his hands to, I guess, imitate his magnetism powers or whatever. The face sculpt, his eyes are just white. You can look up this high, look down, left, right. Typical Marvel Legends articulation, nothing really major from it. He has his head unmasked, or unhelmeted head. Some people have said this looks like Kelsey Grammer. It's kind of a 90s look to him compared to like how Jim Lee drew him. I don't really care much for this head. I mean, it's cool that we got an unmasked or unhelmeted head, but I don't really care for it. I mean, it would have been pretty cool if not only we got this head with the normal eyes, you can see his pupils, but we also got a head where it's the same exact head, but his eyes are also white like this. So you can take the helmet off, and as you can see, the cape comes off, and you can put this unmasked head on, or put this cape. You can see the cape, it's all together, nothing really separate. It plugs into the back if you want. Then There we go. So as you can see, here's the unmasked or unhelmeted. I keep saying unmasked, but it's really a helmet. But unhelmeted head, and he has the braces on his arms, which is nice. They're not. They're part of it. It's not a separate piece. I think. No, actually, it is a separate. Oh, damn. Wasn't trying to do that, but yeah. So yeah, to answer my question, it does come off. So, which is cool. Let me get this back on. So yeah, that is a separate part. So the boots, it's sculpted as a new, like I said, the body, I'm trying to figure out what exact body it is. Now, unfortunately, I do not have, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, but I do not have the previous Magneto released by Hasbro, the very hard to find Toys R Us exclusive Jubilee Build-A-Figure. I do not have that. I had that figure, but I sold it because needed the money and it was a crappy figure, so I can't compare it. But I can compare it to the previous Magneto we got from Toy Biz. Well, it's really not a good comparison because it's two different costumes. This is the Toy Biz Magneto. It's actually not the Series 3 Magneto. It's the box set Magneto, which has the, I don't know what to call that kind of grin. And speaking of which, if you were curious, no, the helmet will not fit because he has all this hair, so you know that it won't fit. So it's really not a fair comparison because this Magneto is 15 years old from 2003, 2004, 2003, different costumes. So it's really not a fair comparison. I wish we did get this costume on this book or this Magneto. I wish the Magneto we got was on this, costume on this body. But I like this figure. I like this costume though. So there we go with that. So I know customizers out there. Yeah, you got a base. You have, well, it's not necessarily the same. It's not necessarily a good base because you have the helmet. Well, doesn't one where it has a little emblem that he has, but you have the helmet, this cape, and these shoulder pad thingies. His original costume doesn't have that. So, I mean, it's a sort of a good base for a classic Magneto, but really it's not. And speaking of which, Magneto, since I do not have the Jubilee Toys R Us exclusive Magneto, but the reason why I have Dum Dum Dugan / the Shield Agent because that particular Magneto used this body, which is actually the face-off Punisher body from Toy Biz. So reason why I had that because I know some people want to know, will this Magneto head fit on that old Toys R Us or Toys R Us exclusive Magneto? And let's find out. So yes, it does. So yeah, even though this is not Magneto, is a Shield Agent, but that Shield Agent, that Magneto from the Toys R Us exclusive does share that body with this Magneto. So, let me adjust this a little bit. Sorry. I don't know if that's clear enough, but yeah. So if you wanted to use this head on that Magneto, you can do it because they share the same body. So yeah. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that. So it sort of answers some people's questions, but not completely because it's not the same fit. Well, it is the same figure, but it's not the same figure. Share the same body, but it's not the same character. But, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty confident that head will fit. So, yeah, let me compare it to some other figures. Wolverine. It's not the same era because this is his current costume. Wolverine, this is his old costume. He hasn't worn his costume. Well, he's dead actually right now, so he's not wearing any costume, but he's coming back. Typical comic book, he's coming back. So, but yeah, you can see Wolverine and Magneto. So Magneto towers over like he should. And like I said, I believe Magneto uses this body. I'm not really for certain. This Spider-Man 2099 body. This is the Pink Panther, Black Panther. I'm doing some customizing on it. That's why he's looking a mess right now. But believe they share the same body. So yeah, there you go. And here is a Bucky Cap mold figure. This is Eel. You know, he's, as you can see, somewhat bigger than them. Is a little bit more swoller. Because Magneto, I mean, depends on the artist, because technically Magneto is supposed to be almost 100 years old. He's a Holocaust survivor, so that should put him probably in his 80s, close to the 90s, close to 100s actually. But obviously, because he became young and his body was younger, so it depends on the artist, because some artists draw him like really swole muscles and everything, whereas some artists, it just depends on the artist. But yeah, it's a good figure. Again, it's not the costume choice that a lot of people like, because it's kind of weird, because you know, it's hard for us to complete teams, because we got this costume. This is his all new, all different Marvel costume. His costume he's currently wearing, but we really don't have any figures of those current looks. I mean, it would have made sense to give us his classic costume, because he wore that costume for decades. And so it's hard to fit him in, because we can't really team build. And the same thing, if we would have got the Marvel Now Magneto, we only have the Marvel Now Cyclops and the Marvel Now Magic. So, I mean, we would just need the Emma Frost, and we would have a team. So, it's a good costume, but it's a good figure. I mean, but the costume choice, I don't know what Hasbro was thinking. Like, Hasbro likes to troll us, basically. I mean, they give us certain characters, because we are close to building the Jim Lee team, the 90s team. You know, we still have a few to go, but we're close to it. But then they throw us a curveball, and we get something like the 80s Storm, or the Modern Havoc, or, you know, etc. But overall, it's a good figure, though. I like it. He's not available in stores yet. I got this from CMD Toys, or CMD Store. They are based out of New York State, and they usually get figures a little bit early. But I got this guy. I just got him actually yesterday in the mail. He should be, you know, along with the other figures in the wave, he should be available probably by the end of July, maybe end of July, early August. So he'll be here soon. I mean, so he'll be here soon. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate any view I get. Even if I only get one view, I just appreciate it. I'm not a professional reviewer. I just do this as a hobby for fun. Check out guys like Book Nice, D Amazing, Jay Hernandez, Unparalleled Universe, Rectangular, Shotham's Prime, you know, for some good reviews. But this is a hobby of mine. I just want to be a part of the toy community and just show my love to the community. So like, dislike, leave a comment, subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Peace.